Hey guys, today we're going to do phase 1, day C. That's an upper push and a lower pull, so chest, shoulders, hamstrings, and glutes. This is going to be our warm-up, so after you're done with your movement patterns, you're corrected. I want to make sure you guys hit this pattern as well. You do this 1 to 2 times. There's a few exercises that I really want to focus on. The first one we're going to lead off with is a modification of that tall kneeling segmented rotation that we've been doing. So we're going to do a half kneeling version of it, and we're going to do about 8 to 10, 10 to 12 if that side's very tight. Normally we've been doing our nice wide stance, pyramid position, knees out, toes touching, and we do the kettlebell in front or behind, and we do that rotation, that cervical, scapula, and then T-spine. We're going to do the same pattern, but now just in a half kneeling position. So 1 foot forward, 1 toe back, like we're doing our normal quad hip flexor stretch. Arms can start in front, and we're going to do a cervical rotation. Inhale, exhale, pull the shoulder blades back. Inhale, exhale, and then we'll try to get a nice deep thoracic rotation. Looking behind, inhale, exhale. It's okay to be uncomfortable here. We want to try to take a deep breath, come back to neutral, and do the exact same pattern. Every time we twist, we're trying to go a little bit further. Inhale, exhale, and rotate. Now, on the workout, I have asymmetrical and ipsilateral loaded. If you want to practice that and you have a kettlebell or a dumbbell, that's great. Asymmetrical means we just load the opposite side. We front rack it, and it's the exact same rotation. It's cervical on the neck. Inhale, exhale, pull the shoulder blades back. Don't shrug. Keep them pulled down. Inhale, exhale, and then we'll go into that deep rotation. Don't let the hips open. Keep the hips stable. We're trying to get that twist with the mid-spine. And reset, and I'll show you a couple rotations from the other side. Again, 6 to 8 if we're working maintenance and we have good range of motion. 8 to 10 if we're very tight. So on this side, I'm tight. I'm going to go a couple more. Rotate. If you want to get a little bit deeper, we reach across that arm. Square back up. Neck. Shoulder blades. T-spine. Again, asymmetrical is loaded here. Ipsilateral would be the same side. Just be careful on the back with the ipsilateral loaded side. Neck, shoulder, mid-spine, and reset. Once we're finished with the rotational patterns, we're going to go scapula mobility and strength. We're going to do Y's, T's, L's, and W's. About 8 to 10 reps on those. If you want to increase those, you guys can go 10 and 12. You can do these from a kneeling pattern or a standing. I'm just going to show you a couple from a kneeling position and then also from a standing pattern. I like to start with the T's. So we'll keep that kneeling pattern, hip hinge over just a little bit, flex the abdominals, keep your posture neutral, palms up, palms out, thumbs up, exhale, lift 1, 2, reset. We're not shrugging and then bringing the arms up. I'm just trying to bring the arms out to the side. I'm really trying to retract the shoulder blades and also keep them depressed. I don't want to shrug them up. I don't want to elevate them. So 1, 2, reset. 8 to 10. We'll switch to Y patterns. That's that 45-degree angle. Shoulder flexion, a little bit more of that linear position. We're lifting straight up in front of a 45-degree angle. We'll switch to the L, where we bring the arms up at a 90 degrees, at a 90-degree bend, and we externally rotate them up. Reset. Really important, this one, I'm just going to show you from one side. I drive up, doesn't have to go past my shoulder because I don't want to shrug, and then I'm going to externally rotate the knuckles up while maintaining my elbow position. I don't want to drop it right now. All right, so I drive up. Chin neutral, inhale, exhale, and externally rotate. It doesn't have to be very high. Sometimes one elbow is going to go higher than the other, or one shoulder is going to rotate better. That's fine. You can do these single arms if you'd like. From here, from the L's, we're going to end with the W patterns. That's where we're going to really finish up this shoulder mobility and pack our scapula back. So we start with the arms in front. We rotate away, make a W with the arms, and then we pack them back and down. We do a little row back and down, turn the lats on and reset. So arms in front, open, pack back and down, reset, right? In front, open, down, and reset. Let's show you the whole thing from the side view, deadlift over. T's, Y's, shoulder flexion. L's, elbow high, rotate. And then we can end with those W's here. And again, we can do this standing. T's, feet are nice and close, deadlift, T's. Y's, like a nice wider squat, hips back, lift, reset, lift, reset. L's, I go back to my RDL pattern, up and rotate, elbow drive, up, rotate, try to keep that neck neutral, and then W's, back to a squat, open, down, and reset. Open, down, and reset. So 8 to 10 on those. You can flow right in between those. If you're tighter on one position, for me, my external rotation is tough. So I go 10 to 12 on my left, on my L's. And when we're finished, we're going to go right to a core exercise and keep the shoulders moving. So I want to kind of incorporate that shoulder mobility, stability, and core strength. So we're going to do a pillar bridge version. It's called the diagonal arm lift. So we go into our 45-degree angle bridge, drive the hips. From here, we walk up and get comfortable, but keep that 45-degree angle bridge, almost like a kneeling push-up. And what we'll do is we're going to alternate an arm lift. We balance on one side. We go from a 4-point stance to a 3-point stance, and we lift. 1, 2, reset. Inhale, chin stays neutral, so I'm not allowing the neck to drop. Core stays tight, glutes are kicked on, lift and reset. Exhale, lift and reset. If we want to make this tougher, hands coming closer toward the midline and closer to the hips. So I'll show you a side view. Again, 8 to 10 on this is fine. We're just trying to get the hips, core, and shoulders working simultaneously. So bridge, walk out, 45-degree angle plank, up to a push-up, core stays tucked in tight. 1, 2, reset. 1, 2, reset. A little wider is easier. It's okay. You can practice that. And if you'd like to make this tougher, hands come closer. And you can hear my voice changing. My abs really working to stabilize. So 8 to 10 in that position. From there, we're going to go one more inside hip exercise. Open up the hamstrings and hips. Lateral slides. So again, 8 to 10 per side on the slides. I like to keep the toes pointed forward as much as I can. A little angle's fine. And our goal is to sink the weight back into the heel. One leg stays elongated. We're going to stretch the adductor inside hamstring here. Sink the weight back, and we just slide through. So in the beginning, arms in front. Take your time. Inhale, exhale, hips back and down. Slide. If you feel comfortable with this pattern, opposite arm drive, same arm row on the bend. Here, press through. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, nice and low. Take your time. Closer is actually harder because we have to increase our range of motion a little bit more. All right, so in the beginning, start wide and shallow as we get that hip slide back and forth into those hips. So the side view, I'll show you. Nice and wide to start and practice. Toes and heels in line. Transfer the weight back, slide through, back and down. Keep the torso neutral. You can alternate the arms. 8 to 10 per side. Inhale, exhale. Every time we inhale, exhale, try to get a little bit deeper into our hip hinge. And the last one, core-wise, back to our abdominal exercise. We'll also use this in a circuit when we do our first strength circuit. We're going to go back to our pillar bridge, and we're going to work on an anti-rotational drill back to our 45-degree angle plank. Excuse me. And what we're going to do is an arm lift, or a shoulder tap, I call it. The goal is to just not fall down, not bend the back, not flex or extend the back, or not rotate. So I'm going to show you from the side and the back front view. I always like to start with this kneeling 45-degree angle plank to get my glutes and abs kicked on simultaneously. And once we're here, we're comfortable, our spine's neutral. One arm is going to lift off the ground, so we go from the 6-point stance because my toes are down, knees are down, elbows are down. We lift one arm, reach to the opposite shoulder, base back down. Our goal is not to flex or extend the back too much. I want to keep it nice and straight, nice and neutral. All right, we don't want to curve too much or bend too much. And we're going to alternate the arm lifts. And when we do that, we're going to prevent our body from rotating to that side. So the idea is to exhale out, keep the core tight. 1, 2, reset. 1, 2, reset. In the beginning, that's pretty difficult, that anti-rotation, but it's important in our phase 1, in our stability, in our building a strong foundation. So do about 6 to 8 or 30 seconds aside. Once you get stronger at that, you guys can go 10 to 12 reps. You can go to a full bridge when we're locked out on the elbows and the toes, not the knees. You can start elevating your back legs. All right, so 2 times through on this warm-up circuit, no matter what you did, for your corrective movement patterns, and then you can move on to circuit 1. Again, this is day C of phase 1. Next.